It is time for you to wake up if you're still sleeping on the Carolina Panthers. Each NFL player dreams about winning the Super Bowl. This is particularly true for those who have won a Heisman or competed for a national championship. The path to this goal starts with winning your division. The NFC South is currently up for grabs, and Bryce Young and his team, the Carolina Panthers, are ready to compete for the title and secure their place in the 2023 NFL playoffs. From the beginning, the former Alabama quarterback has a shot at being the top quarterback in the division. The Buccaneers are attempting to fill the shoes of Tom Brady, a legend and winner of 7 Super Bowls, with former Carolina Panthers quarterback Baker Mayfield, who has had a tough time since he has left Cleveland. The Saints have brought on Derek Carr this offseason, who is a good quarterback, but nothing great, nothing special or spectacular. But they have found it hard to replace Drew Brees, who retired after the 2020 season. Just like that, the Saints and the Falcons had a tough time with their quarterback position last season after trading away Matt Ryan, who was a star for Atlanta, and now Atlanta is depending on Desmond Ridder. The Panthers likely have the best coach in the division with Frank Reich. It is his first year with the team, but he's a big improvement from Matt Rule last year. Reich was the head coach for the Colts for 5 years, leading them to 2 trips to the playoffs, but he's even better than those numbers suggest. When Reich started with Indianapolis, except for Andrew Luck, the team wasn't that strong, but he still led them to a 10-6 record and an AFC divisional game. After the 2018 season, Luck unexpectedly retired, while still in his prime, causing the trouble for the Colts. In the next 4 seasons, Reich had to manage with 4 different starting quarterbacks. Despite the challenges, he managed to have a winning record every single year except for one. After starting the 2022 season with a 3-5-1 record, the Colts let Reich go, a decision many disagreed with. Reich is a great coach, especially with the offense, and if he has a stable, legitimate quarterback, he can be one of the best coaches in the league and his division. Arthur Smith, the Falcons coach, has finished 3rd and 4th in the NFC South during his 2 years in Atlanta with a 14-20 record. Dennis Allen of the Saints was first a head coach for the Raiders from 2012 to 2014, where he had an 8-28 record. In his first year with New Orleans, he led them to a 7-10 record. Todd Bowles took over in Tampa Bay last season after Bruce Arians, the Super Bowl winning coach, retired after the 2021 season. Bowles' first job was with the Jets, where he went 24-40 from 2015 to 2018. In his first year with the Bucs, Bowles went 8-9. So Reich definitely has a legitimate chance to dominate the division and win for many, many years. Despite all the changes in coaches during the season, multiple quarterbacks and trading wide receiver Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey, the Panthers defense was overlooked in 2022. Although Brian Burns and his defensive teammates had their moments, the Panthers didn't perform as well, going from the 2nd best defense in 2021 to number 22 in 2022. The Panthers were in the bottom half of the league in every major defensive category. But Ejiro Evero was brought in to lead a completely new defensive team, and they brought on additional players through free agency and the draft. So quickly, we must discuss this defense, because this defense is the key for the Carolina Panthers to become that successful, legitimate playoff contending team that I believe that they can be. The offense is going to have its woes. It's going to have its struggles, but this defense has a legitimate shot to be a top 5 defense once again. Starting at the top, Brian Burns, the outside linebacker. Just as the breakdown of the Panthers offense starts with Bryce Young, any talk of the defense starts with Mr. Brian Burns himself. The 2-time Pro Bowler made significant improvements in 2022 with career highs in sacks, 12.5, and tackles for loss with 17. The shift of Burns from a defensive end to a 3-4 edge rusher is one of the most important stories for Evero's defense. Another important piece within the defensive unit is Derek Brown, the defensive interior lineman. When the Panthers started making phone calls to the Chicago Bears to trade up for that number 1 spot to get Bryce Young, the Bears asked for DJ Moore, Derek Brown, and or Brian Burns. That's when GM Scott Fitterer laughed and said that he wouldn't be trading either of his young defensive stars. Derrick Brown achieved career highs last year in 2022 in tackles and batted passes and could improve as a defensive end in the new three-man front. Let's head to the secondary. J.C. Horn, who is a young and upcoming talent for the defense, told The Athletic in June his first goal for the 2023 season was to stay healthy. Stay healthy. This was just before he injured his foot and ankle during his own workout, causing him to miss the rest of OTAs and minicamp. If Horn's healthy, he's a top 10 corner. Full stop, 100%. He is a top 10 corner when healthy, but he has to stay in the game. That has to be the main thing. Stay in the game. Next up, we have his partner in crime, Dante Jackson. Horn isn't the only starting corner recovering from an injury. Jackson told reporters also in June that he felt good after his Achilles surgery last fall, but he didn't say he would be ready for the start of camp. Given the backup corner situation, the health of Horn and Jackson are 100% crucial. Gotta stay healthy. And then the last two pieces, which I believe could be the best safety duo in the National Football League alone, young upcoming star Jeremy Chinn and new safety for the Panthers, Vonn Bell. Now, Jeremy Chinn, of course, is going to be that linebacker scheme type safety, but you can put him anywhere on the field and he is going to become successful. And having Vonn Bell in the back end, those two are going to be able to work at very, very good pace. It's hard to know what to call Chinn in the new scheme, although linebackers coach Peter Hansen labeled him as a superhero. We just don't know which cape he'll wear from day to day, Hansen said. Chinn might play at linebacker and big nickel, among other spots. Coaches hope playing him closer to the line of scrimmage will result in better performances. And, like I said before, bringing in big-time, successful safety from the Cincinnati Bengals, Vonn Bell. The Panthers didn't have a safety interception last season, a trend they hope will change with the acquisition of Vonn Bell. This 8-year veteran intercepted a career-high 4 passes last year for the Bengals and matched his career best with 8 passes defended. Okay, there's the recipe. There's the sauce. Defense wins championships, and I believe that this defense within the NFC South has all the tools equipped to win it all for the division, but we got to stay healthy. Health has been the thing that has held the Panthers from becoming a consistent and successful organization. Frank Reich, get right with Bryce Young early. Rely on the offensive line and the run game. Make the scheme easy for Bryce. And then defense, just be great. Get the ball back to Bryce, the best quarterback in the NFC South. All bets are off. Welcome to the playoffs. Let me know what you think in the comments, though, Panthers fans. I gotta know. Do you believe in your team? Do you believe that the Panthers have a legitimate shot of making the playoffs? Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe.